Welcome in, everybody, to Fantasy Pros MLB. This is Leading Off Live, brought to you by PrizePicks. It is me, Joey P. Joe Pizzapia. With me, of course, every day is the Welsh, and it's you, the Peanuts, the Cracker Jacks, joining us live on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Again, if you drop a comment below, you could win a free premium upgrade to Fantasy Pros Premium. It's a good thing. And Welsh, we got a lot to break down today, as we always do. Happy Shohei Ohtani Day to all of you who celebrate. And I am miserable because everything I touched turned to crap yesterday. That's right. I was just a mush. I was the absolute L of L's, capital L, loser yesterday. So I'm going to own it. It was a bad day, but we move on from here. Welsh, I think I might have caught what you had last week when I was on vacation.
Yeah, it's the cooler day. I'm all too familiar where everything you say turns to mush. Wrong about everything. I feel it. I totally know. I mean, I was razzing you a little bit online, but it wasn't even about the daily take. It was the big take about my boy Zach Gallen, who I put in the trade video, which is on Fantasy Pros. Let's get those downloads up and those clicks up on it. Who was one of the highlights of that video, who happened to be pitching yesterday, and he was pretty good with the 41 CSW and 11 strikeouts. No big deal.
He was, and we had a great conversation yesterday on the show about Zach Gallen and trading for or trading away Zach Gallen. And I think, that was a really interesting conversation we had yesterday. I know you did a breakdown too. That window might have closed with yesterday's start, how good it was. It's very possible, but he wasn't the only one who was good yesterday because the unstoppable Tampa Bay Rays just continue to be unstoppable. They are 10-0. Welsh, 10-0. Unbelievable. Now, 13 wins to open the season. That is the record. That is the Brewers from 1987. Yes, I'm old enough to remember that. That was in my childhood, and it was pretty cool. That was the Dan Plesac, Teddy Higuera era with Robin Yount and Paul Molitor. It was a fun team. Rob Deere striking out every other at bat. Good times. But Brandon Lau, go-ahead solo homer. Peter Fairbanks slamming the door on the Red Sox in the ninth, too. So the Rays continue to take advantage of their early opening schedule. And it's funny because they were by far the third place team in terms of what Vegas looked at them. But so far, man, everything is broken right for the Rays. Here's the question, though, Welsh. As they start to play the teams like the Yankees again and, some of those upper tier teams like the Blue Jays and so on and so forth, how do you think this team in particular, from the way their structure, is going to hold up? I know Lau being back has been a great addition back into that lineup, along with Wander Franco hitting with a Rosarena. Now, all of a sudden, it seems like they have a real offense. Do you think the next 5 months this Rays offense can continue to play at this very high level that they are right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think like they are a sum is bigger than the
parts. I don't even want to say it because I love a good Welshism. So I kind of want sum is better than two in the bush.
Some of it's good, some of it's bad. What I'm saying is like that team plays really well together, and all those pieces work kind of in conjunction with each other. That it's like, when one kind of falls off, the other's picking up. Brandon Lau hitting was a huge critical piece. I actually think this team might consider down the road, especially with the plethora of pieces they've got in the minor league system, to make a trade to kind of bolster up. But I mean, this is built around that pitching. And someone in the chat pointed out, like, Tyler Glasnow is coming back as well. Jeffrey Springs, Drew Rasmussen, and Shane McClanahan kind of lead the way, getting Glasnow back in. That's what's going to be so difficult. Got a great bullpen. A great bullpen. If you think like Jason Adam, you think of Peter Fairbanks, and then you go and you put a killer 4-person rotation in there. You just got to get a couple more pieces. Wander hitting is the catalyst, and all the other, it's like, the cream rises to the top. I'm trying to see how many analogies I can get into the Rays. I'm thinking, brother, the Tampa Bay Rays. I'm contemplating, though. I'm a little bit worried about mushing because I kind of want to take him today. Because Shane McClanahan is on the bump. That's my guy.
I've been waiting. It's funny you said that because Whitlock comes back today. I've been waiting to find, okay, it's going to end soon. This is a game where they're a heavy favorite because McClanahan. There's a part of me that wanted to bet the Red Sox side of it, but I don't think it's today. But it is coming. Winter is coming.
The Red Sox winter is coming. Like Verdugo and Devers both have like a 400 career record against him, which worries me a little bit, especially any lefties that are going to, two lefties that have a good track record on him.
That's a good point.
But it's not a huge like favor there. If you take the run line here, you actually get plus money on 1.5. And that's what I'm tempted about. 1.5 runs. So if they win by 2, that pays you plus 135 is kind of why I want to do it. I also don't like Garrett Whitlock coming off of his rehab stints, and I think he could get beat up a little bit. But it's tenuous because we're in that territory where we're like, it's going to happen. Some point they're not going to win. Some point it's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to be today.
I don't think it's going to be today either, which is why I didn't bet it. Bryce Elder was the only thing I did get right yesterday. So he was excellent.
What was your Bryce Elder that he's going to be? Oh, yeah, DFS. You had him as a
DFS. Oh, the DFS play. Yeah, he was like 8K. I mean, it was a great start there for him. 7 strikeouts, 6 1/3 scoreless innings. That's what you want. Hard-earned victories. That's what you're looking for there. But so far, 12 1/3 innings, 13 Ks, 4 walks, a .97 whip. That'll do. And on Sunday, he faces Kansas City. So that's another good situation there for him. Gunnar Henderson, this came up in the chat here I saw. This is a great question from Tim Sawyer. And Tim, I'm going to bring up this question, then I'm going to go through some Gunnar Henderson stuff. He was not in the lineup yesterday. He's hitting just a $148, 4 for 27, 1 homer, 1 steal through 8 games. It's only 8 games, but this is a great question from Tim in the chat. And again, I always encourage everybody, if you get a chance ever, you're free, join us live. Get your questions in the chat. We literally have hundreds of people always watching live. The chat is very lively. People ask great questions. We'll make you famous. We'll put it on the show if you ask a good one or a stupid one. We love stupid questions too. Which third base do you see a month from now being the easier start? Josh Young from the Texas Rangers or Gunnar Henderson of the Orioles?
That's a great, especially how he phrased it too. That's a great,
Timmy crushed this one.
It's a great way to put it. I don't know how else to do this without like putting caveats to it. I guess if I'm just going to throw it out there, I'm going to throw it out there and say Josh Young. And this is being a little bit more overreactionary. My caveat wanted to be, if Gunnar starts hitting even just a little bit and kind of finds his rhythm, it's going to be him because of the stolen bases, the stolen base potential. Here's the problem. 40% K rate. He's walking 22%, but it's a 40% K rate and expected batting average under 200 right now. So it's just like really difficult to kind of gauge like where is he going to go. I think everything is outside of Corbin Carroll will never walk in the history of ever. I think everything else is still just in the way too early phase. And I don't want to be chalking off Gunnar Henderson because I think he's a really good hitter. It's just those K numbers are alarming. He's already sitting. And Josh Young is already putting up big power on a team that I think is going to like be a playoff contender. So I guess I'm going to say Josh Young. I didn't think I'd say that.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say Gunnar Henderson. I'll take the other side of this one. I'm going to give it a little bit more time because I like what I saw out of Gunnar Henderson last year. Good minor league track record. And I'm a Josh Young guy too. So it's not like an either or. I like both of them, but to answer the question, I'm going to go with the Henderson side too. I'm just going to give him a little bit more time. Now, speaking of a player we've given a lot of time to, all of us have given many, many years now of our lives to Jared Kelenic. Jared Kelenic in his first home run of the season last night was a big home run too. Jared Kelenic looks pretty good. Welsh, is this it? Have we finally gotten the Jared Kelenic that we were promised all of these years ago? Is it time for Jared Kelenic?
I think you went through 3 different pronunciations of Jared Kelenic's name in there. I was the first one I was like, did he say Kelenic? And then you said Kelenic perfect, and then I love it because that's poor Jared Kelenic. That's his, and there's Kelenic. That's the only one we didn't get.
Well, so I had a high Kelenic once. It cleaned me out completely. It was excellent.
Off of that pitch we
he could have used one of those. Let me tell you, that's the only thing. The emptier after me with the high Kelenic was the batting average of Jared Kelenic.
Jared Kelenic
the last couple of years.
This is the version. This is like but I don't think this is like the superstar version. He's just not. I just don't think it's gonna ever be like the big superstar version. But yeah,
could he be an all-star version? I mean, just saying.
I also don't think that, but I think he could be a really good player. Like I think he made an awesome diving catch last night. So defensively, he's going to continuously get out there. The bat is starting to fly a little bit. He obviously has, really, really big homer power. And this is one of those few instances where it's like the spring is carrying over because he did something dramatically different. I think that's the big thing. Everyone's like, oh, spring, blah, blah, blah. Everyone's like, oh, spring sucks. But when someone does anything like really dramatically different, here's a perfect example. Go Card just did this exactly. Joe Adell hasn't really done anything different. Everything is the
No.
same. Now, I don't want to be dismissive of what he's doing in the minor leagues because he had 6 straight games with a homer. The strikeout numbers are
of it. I've seen him be good in the minor leagues. It's a good pitching he can't hit. So
well, yeah, but that's my point. Like, nothing actually changed with Joe Adell. There was no like new training regimen. There wasn't really anything, and it's just really great results in AAA. Jared Kelenic did have some big major changes as far as who came into his camp and the approach that he was taking on baseball, and then you're seeing those results. So, like, I'm way more interested in what Jared Kelenic is doing, even if it's like a smaller stint in the majors, than I am Joe Adell hitting 7 homers in 6 games in the minors.
Wonky Penguin broke the chat right here. I mean, this is fantastic. A high Kelenic with a good slutter equals Joe's perfect.
I didn't want to say it. That's what I was.
No, I'm going
to
say it. We're that show. We're that show. Wonky Penguin, congratulations. You know, you full time for about 24 hours. Good job. And there you go. And by the way, if you missed it yesterday, here it is again. Look at that.
There
up
it
on the scoreboard.
There's the slutter.
There it is. It's San Diego. And it seems, it wasn't Blake Snell pitching. It was some other.
It was Steve. It was like Steve Wilson or something. We should do like a commercial. It's like
for the slutter.
Do you suffer from high Kelenic?
I don't know, an 82 mile an hour slutter.
Yourself a slutter. Yeah,
that's pretty crazy. There. Just fantastic! What a time to be alive. I love this show. All right, let's get on to some of the injuries. There's a lot of them. Adam Duvall's wrist fracture will not require surgery, so that means an earlier return. But Welsh is still unhappy because wrist injury is bad. Same injury, same wrist, bad.
This is about as bad as it can get, by the way. I think it's about as bad as we could have thought.
Requiring surgery would be worse.
Well, yeah, I mean, there might be a level or two more, but it also it could have been like, oh, he's going to get checked out. We don't know. And it could have been good. And it's like, no, there's a fracture. You're
being a negative Nancy today, Welsh. What's wrong with that? I mean, this is good news. I mean, it's bad news that it's broken. It's good news it doesn't need surgery or pins and things. Tony Gonsolin, unlikely to join the club's rotation till May now. So with the ankle injury, that's taking a little while. Kyle Wright expected to make his return today against the Reds. So that's exciting stuff there. We'll keep an eye on how Kyle Wright does. Starting Marte, as we told you yesterday, probably wouldn't be in the lineup. He's still day-to-day with that neck issue. Tim Anderson was removed because of some left knee soreness. So let's keep a close eye on that.
Oh, wow. Wait, Tim Anderson was removed from a game. Wait, he's not going to play all the games in the season? That's crazy.
I've woken up the beast. Talk. Here we go. Welsh is awake and ready to go. The Rangers put Mitch Garver on the 10-day IL with a left knee sprain. Eloy Jimenez regressed to taking batting practice on Monday, so that's a good thing. He landed on the IL last week with the low-grade left hamstring strain. He could come back as early as Friday. I just hope they don't push it because that's the last thing any of us need. Because I feel like didn't he come back from a hamstring injury and push it and then get hurt again?
Yeah, I think it was last year.
Like I literally, I feel like I'm in Groundhog Day. And Herman Marquez left with an arm injury last night, too. That was not good. So I don't know if we've got have we seen an update yet this morning on that, on the imaging or I haven't seen anything yet.
No, I haven't seen anything. They just said, like, he actually said he doesn't think he's going to make his next start.
Oh,
so that's
update on Tim Anderson, though. Just came over. Out 2 to 4
IL?
2 to 4 weeks.
Oh, you should have let me guess. I could have just said any number of days and it would have looked correct. I am shocked that Tim Anderson is going to miss a month of the season. What is that?
Hey, fun fact here. Every single year this happens. It's football, it's baseball.
It's a national tradition. Tim Anderson.
No, not with Tim. I'm going somewhere else with this. You're right also. But whenever you go into a season going, this position is really stacked. This is a really good position, right? Inevitably it becomes the bane of your existence and it's wrong. Right? Everybody went in going, shortstop loaded. You don't need to take this guy or that guy. You can take this guy later or that guy later. O'Neal Cruz out for 4 months, so he's basically done. Tim Anderson now out for a month. You have Carlos Correa dealing with back issues already.
How's Dansby doing?
Dansby's all right. Right?
Is he? I don't think so. I don't think Dansby's been playing super well, but
he hasn't been playing well, but I mean, it's the Cubs. I don't know.
Add it to your point real quick, and then you get to do your point. He's hitting 333, but no homers.
No, he's been all right.
Proceed.
But Wander Franco's been good. I'm just saying, like, now we look back on it, it's the same thing every year. It's like, oh, you could wait on shortstop. You know what? Take good players when good players show up. That's what the draft is for. Stop overthinking it. Stop worrying about positions. Okay. Just take good players when good players there.
And look at Mayor here real quick, by the way. Look at Mayor pointing out, Welsh. This is one of those hilarious things where it's like, let's make it back to Welsh. Welsh can't have a point. Welsh loves Byron Buxton. So somehow has a problem with Tim Anderson. Also have a problem with Byron Buxton. I didn't take him in the 50. Mayor, you're talking out your ass right now because it's ridiculous. Because you are making it about me making a completely valid, great point, and then you're trying to turn it like, oh, well, he likes another guy. You're being stupid. It's ridiculous. Yes, Byron Buxton is injury prone. Guess what you guys will all do? You will dance and you will throw a party when Byron Buxton gets hurt. Guess what? I'm going to dance and throw a party when Tim Anderson gets hurt because it's what he does too. All these talented players that can never play.
Wow, you're salty today. I like this. Salty Welsh. Let's have some fun. Andrew Heaney passed Nolan Ryan in the Rangers record books. Words that I never thought I would utter on a show.
Ever.
Most consecutive strikeouts in a single game. So there you go. That was fun yesterday. Ryan had 7 on July 7th in 1991 against the then California Angels. And here's another one. The sweeper, not the slutter, the hottest pitch in baseball. And guess what? Shohei Ohtani is now become the king of the sweeper. So there you go, everybody. The man can do everything. He is the greatest thing ever. Also, something for fun that showed up yesterday is a new celebration for the Baltimore Orioles, which, if you haven't seen it already, it is the funnel. There it is. It's the funnel. And this is it Ryan Mountcastle, I believe, right? Because
that looks like, I think that's Mount. I think that's,
so this was Mayer's home run call yesterday. We all know his undying love for Ryan Mountcastle. I believe this picture is on Mike Mayer's vision board. I'm pretty sure.
It's gonna be right next to me on his dartboard.
Yeah. So
he said, by the way, he said counterpoint, Buxton stinks. Let me ask you this. What is the better home run celebration? The beer pong, the beer funnel, or the samurai hat?
Well, it's a water funnel. It is not a beer funnel. They're not chugging beers. I don't know why they're chugging water. I mean, I don't know how I feel about this one. I saw the samurai helmet. I kind of like that one,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Samurai helmet or the beer or the
samurai
water
helmet.
funnel. Okay.
The water funnel is goofy. And somebody's going to choke accidentally and there's going to be a problem, something like that. But
they're going to be out. They're about 2 to 4 weeks.
Every time Ryan Mountcastle hits a home run, we're going to get this picture here of Mike Mayer. So there you go. This is I can make a lot of jokes about this picture. And this is why you have to watch the show. If you just listen, you got to watch on the YouTube channel because you're missing some really good visual humor in the last
right after Mountcastle took a slutter 400 feet. So.
All right, let's get to some more baseball here. 3 up and 3 down from last night. Another thing I was horrendously wrong about, I said Max Muncy's washed, and guess what? He went out and hit 2 home runs yesterday. So there you go. One of them was a grand slam. Unbelievable. Zach Gallen, great 7 innings, struck out 11, as we talked about at the top. Alec Boehm, 3 for 5 with a homer, which in that game, on the flip side, I couldn't have been more wrong about Sandy Alcantara. So what the hell happened yesterday? Welsh, 4 innings, 9 earned, 10 hits, 4 Ks for Sandy. This is not the Sandy man that we all know and love. I know everybody gets a pass, but geez, this killed my betting day. I thought this was a lock. Sandy's a lock every single week. He takes the mound. This was not it. So blip on the radar, or what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a blip on the. I mean, like, it's almost like turn the question. How many of the elite guys are you actually worried about after 2 or 3 starts? I'd even throw Corbin Burns is going tonight against the Diamondbacks. There's been some worrisome like velo stuff with him, but like, are we in a level of panic? You just can't panic. It's blips. There's lots of weird stuff that's going on. Even, I had Logan Webb in my my trade video, and he gave up 4. It didn't look good, but I kind of still stay the same. I'm kind of still in on it because I think, the strikeouts were there. He had 5 strikeouts through 3 innings. So like the panic of a Sandy, I'll throw Sandy in a trade video if we have to, if people are going to start selling off. The only problem with him has been the like, there's no elite K numbers that follow this. So it kind of has like a smaller.
That was what I was going to say too, is like the K numbers are not, like, even Kikuchi got blown up the other day. He had 6 strikeouts in that game. And even in the really amazing efficient game that Alcantara had the shutout the other night, low K numbers in that one too. But again, I don't want to crush him for that because I appreciate good pitching, and sometimes you don't have to strike everybody out. Mr. Buster,
it's also crazy he does it.
The best name to this Baltimore Orioles thing, by the way.
Ooh, the Dong Bong. That's so
the Dong
good.
Bong.
Is that the name of it?
I don't know, but Mr. Buster, I don't know. We got it. That's really good. Mr. Buster, you win the day. You won the
only other thing with Sandy, I can't fathom sometimes is like you throw like a 91-mile-an-hour changeup and you can pump 98 like with an inside corner with ride. How does he not strike out 10, 11 every single game? I think he just pitches into the zone too much. He doesn't pitch outside the zone a whole lot. He's a contact pitcher, and that's why. But
I know, but it was against the Phillies lineup that doesn't have Harper, and the Phillies lineup that doesn't have Hoskins in it, so it was a little upsetting. I mean, I was legitimately annoyed. I did a double take because I went to go check and see how that game was going because I had investment in it, And I was like, that can't be 9. Like, wait, what am I seeing? What's going on? Well, it was upsetting. Ronzi Contreras, 3 innings, 7 earned for him. His ERA is now at 8. And Dylan Coleman, what a night he had last night. 6 earned runs in 2/3 of an inning, walked 4 guys. Well done, Mr. Coleman. Well done. All right, Welsh, let's get to some prize picks here. What do you have on the board? And just to remind everybody, if you haven't signed up already for prize picks, go do it. Use that promo code leading off. It's the sponsor of the show. I mean, literally, they are putting us out here every single day. So support Prize Picks because they're good people putting up a fun game to play. You get 100% deposit match up to $100 the first time you sign up. You can download the app. It's very easy. You can just go to prizepicks.com or, make sure you check and see what you have available in your state. I know there's lots of rules, but it's fun. It's a good time. We're winning money. But don't forget, use the promo code leading off when you do. Welsh, what do you have for Prize Picks today?
Well, it'd be a fun idea too. We should do we should do a 1 month time. We should do like the home run leaderboard, but of 5 run prize picks and see who can hit the most 5 player prize picks in the month of whatever. It doesn't matter the cash you put into it, by the way, but whoever can hit the most 5 player prize picks in the month of May or something like that might be a little fun thing.
We love
like a home run leaderboard. And then maybe prize picks can give away some money to someone's account or something. I don't know. Just thinking out loud here. All right. Prize picks yesterday, by the way, did not hit, but boy, I smashed that Matt Strom
you did
first inning one. Which
the other side of that Alcantara thing, the only saving grace of that misery that I was in was your Strom call, which you absolutely just nailed, man.
And you
I
know
haven't seen that kid since the Padre days. Like I was like, Matt Strom, where they bury this guy from?
Former reliever. I watched him in the first game. When I hit that one, I wanted to hit that prize pick yesterday so bad just because of that. I wanted that to be a big win. Brian Reynolds sold the bag, so that didn't happen. So today, I'm going to go with Aaron Judge fantasy score 8.5. And I've got a 2 strikeout one, which I'm actually going to be part of my bets here. I'm not into Garrett Whitlock today. I don't particularly like him to be able to stack up a bunch of strikeouts. And I'm going with Whitlock under strikeouts. And I'm going with another under strikeouts. And I'm going at Kyle Wright. It's going to be under 6 strikeouts. So Kyle Wright.
Why is that? That the innings of both of them, you're just concerned they have enough pitch count to get
level? I mean, I can talk about it now because I was also going to talk about it in the bets, but I think you have got a pitch count situation. Also, Velo was down in his starts. There has been some weird gun issues as far as like what they're able to track, but Slider was down 3 miles per hour in the last rehab start. Almost 2 miles per hour on the fastball. Sinker was also a mile and a half per hour down. So just overall, I don't like the prospects of him being able to go deep into the game and throw a whole bunch of strikes. So I like both of those down. So Whitlock, Wright, under strikeouts, Aaron Judge over fantasy score. That's my prize pick today.
I love that we have literally hundreds of people watching this show live every day. This makes me very happy. I just want to say I appreciate all of you. This is great. We're talking baseball, hanging out, having fun. And Mr. Buster, I'm still going to tell you, I heard it from you. He's giving us a disclaimer. He said, I didn't name it that. Kyle Gibson said it, quote, isn't, end quote, called that. They're calling it the Homer hose or something like that in Baltimore. I don't care. Mr. Buster, Kyle Gibson has gotten paid way too much in his career in terms of money for what he's delivered. I'm giving it to you. This is your W. I don't care. The dong bong is hilarious. Again, Mike, there's so many jokes about Mike Mayer, the dong bong, and Ryan Mountcastle, and I'm not going to make any of them. I'm just going to say that there's lots of those jokes to be made.
Guys, I want to tell you also, I have a brand new idea for something in the Fantasy Pros merch store, and it might have to do with the dong bong. So just throwing that out.
Oh, Lord. All right, let's get to my prize picks here before any of us get shut down. Garrett Cole, 7 pitcher strikeouts today. I'm going to go with the over against Cleveland on that one. He's been fantastic. Now, you have a low number here for Corbin Burns. Welsh against Arizona today, the 5.5. I'm going to go with the over here and hope that we get the Corbin Burns get right start. Let's go. And then Bo Bichette against Detroit, 1.5 total bases. I'm keeping it simple today because yesterday I thought I was locked in. So today I just it's starting to get the narrow focus. Starting to make Robert De Niro face a little bit. Narrow focus. A little bit. Not too much. Not too much. Stick to what you know. All right. Let's get to the next thing here on the board here. We have the MLB bets. I was just born with this. My grandfather looks so much like Robert De Niro. It's crazy.
It's so it blows my mind because like I'm not an impression person, but I have like the ones that I do phenomenally.
Yeah, you do.
But your Robert De Niro is scary.
It's the face. I was just born with this face. So when I crumple it up and make Robert De Niro face, this is just what happened. I could do an entire episode this way. You know, it's more Robert De Niro at this point because I'm bald, like Cape Fear-ish, scary Robert De Niro probably.
Okay.
But you know, what are you gonna
do? Heat.
Yeah. Not so much heat. Cool looking Robert De Niro. Although maybe I just keep the goatee tomorrow, and I wear some sunglasses, and you do like cool Robert De Niro from Heat.
Remember when I wore sunglasses last year, right around this time too? Remember I had to do the whole episode with the aviators, the cop.
What happened? Yeah, cataracts. What was that?
I was super sick and I couldn't open my eyes, and I was like, I don't know if I can do the show. And you're like, well, just buckle up. So I'm like, alrighty. So I put sunglasses
come on, of course you can do the show. I did the show when I had COVID. I had all kinds of different issues. If I'm not on the show because I'm on vacation or I'm on the show, that's it. If I'm not on the show or I have a day off because my kids have something going on, that's it. I'm on the show. I'm here. I don't care if I got a fever. I don't care if I'm sick and a flu. Doesn't matter.
I'm here.
The gamers show up at go time. All right, Welsh. Let's talk about the bets of the day. You've already kind of touched on some of these things with Kyle Wright, so let's continue to push on there. And then got a little money line as well for us today. A little parlay.
Yeah. So I'm kind of struggling with a lot of the straight line bets. I don't suggest you do lots of parlays and stuff like that. The only benefit is if I hit one of them, it can kind of pay for the others I dig into sometimes. So as far as straight line goes, I do think I'm leaning a little bit towards that Tampa Bay 1.5 with Shane McClanahan, which pays 135. My only straight line so far, it's not a good juiced play. It's too juiced up, and it's why I'm putting 2 units on it. And it is that Kyle Wright under, and I actually get it at 6.5. So under 6.5 strikeouts. I don't think Kyle Wright's gonna have 7, even though it's a good matchup. It's like minus 160. So I put 2 units on it to try to get paid back. That's one of my favorites. I'm also streaming a Kyle Wright under strikeout and Shane McClanahan over, which is 5.5. Shane McClanahan is like minus 175 solo, but I put those two together. It's 148. My other 2 bets in here, I love these. I put these down last night. Toronto and Tampa Bay money line. I played both of those on the play. It's plus 112. And this is my favorite one, a hits parlay. Wander Franco and Adley Rutschman just to get 1 hit pays plus 110. So I love that one.
There you go. All right. And don't forget, everybody, we do have the betting group that's out there, bettingpros.com/leadingoff. So download the Betting Pros app. Go join the group, bettingpros.com/leadingoff. It's a really easy thing to remember. And you can track your bets, and you don't even have to put money on it. You're just tracking your bets and making picks and having fun with us and hanging out. Bettingpros.com/leadingoff. That's the place to do it. So go ahead and check that out.
And I would also point out if I don't always have my stuff set. If I have another bet or two, I will put it on later. So if you care and you wanted to track, same with Joe and everything, we might have bets that come after the show. And the only place that those are going to be visual are going to be on the Betting Pros group. So
because I was so bad yesterday, and I'd been pretty good up until then, but I was so bad yesterday. I told cousin Donnie here, a friend of the show, I was like, you should just make a bet and call today. I'm just going to pass it off to you, and whatever it is, no matter how crazy it is, I will put money on it today, because sometimes you just need to break the curse a little bit. That's how bad it was. It was also a question I saw in the chat. I'm sorry, I can't find where it is right now, but should we run it back today with Ohtani and Trout? Because Trout was so bad last night. How was Trout 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts yesterday against Patrick Corbin? And my face wanted to melt off. What in the hell was that?
I had a money line play of Houston and the Angels against Patrick Corbin, Joe. Think of me. They were up, and they blew that game. That killed me. That was brutal. And Trout's really been brutal on the back half of games so far this year. Just a side note, he is absolutely cheating on secondary stuff, because the amount of times I've seen him this year get blown away by a 98 mile an hour, 96 mile an hour fastball is crazy. He's just looking all off speed stuff to try to cheat.
Here you go. Here's Donnie C's bet. Tigers over Jays, big upset today over Alek Manoah. So there you go. So man of my word, we'll see how it pays off. But yeah, that was the pinnacle of how bad. When Sandy Alcantara gets lit up for 9 earned runs and Mike Trout goes 0 for 5 with 3 Ks against Patrick Corbin, that's how you know it's just not your day. It's just, you just go to sleep holding yourself, crying in some sort of swaddling clothes. That's what you do. All right, for me today, I got a 4-leg parlay. Ready for this? Get back on track. Yankees, Garrett Cole, money line. Houston Astros, Christian Javier against the Pirates, money line. Toronto Blue Jays, I have in here, which makes me terrified now because Donnie picked it. So now I'm going to have to go to the other side just to make my money back, a hedge a little bit. And then the Angels with Shohei Ohtani on the mound against the Washington Nationals. You put that all together, you get a nice plus 329 over on FanDuel. Go do it. A couple other individual things. Pete Alonso in the over today, going against the lefty Ryan Weathers, 1.5 total bases. You can get that at BetMGM. You can also get Corbin Burns in the 5.5, which I picked at PrizePicks. The over, I'm going to try to show some faith here in Corbin Burns. Grayson Rodriguez, 4.5 strikeouts. I think this is a low number. It's still, the juice is pretty solid here. BetMGM minus 145, but you could probably pair it with something else.
I kept staring at this one too. I kept staring at that one with Grayson too.
Yeah. All right, let's get to some DFS today. Look, some big arms on the mound today. It's another one of those days where a lot of number ones are pitching. You can eliminate the 6 o'clock games and just play the later slate and get rid of some of that. But Christian Javier at 10K on FanDuel, Grayson Rodriguez at 9. Again, it's a good matchup for Rodriguez here. I think he can give you a good return. Also on DK, he's a nice secondary pitcher option today. Shane McClanahan, 10.4. Just keep riding it until it breaks, man. That's what it is. Shohei Ohtani at 10.8. Stacks, you can get some value with Houston here. By the way, Yordan Alvarez, my goodness, what is he at 15 RBI already or something absurd? I heard that this morning. Unbelievable start to the season for him. But there's value with Houston in the middle of that order, and the lesser part, also value with Baltimore today and Toronto against Detroit. Some value also, Jared Kelenic, 2.4K, Jose Miranda, 2.5, and Sean Murphy, who had a big night last night, finally broke out 2.4, which brings us to everybody's favorite part in the show. It's the home run board. There you go. Let's look at it. Boom. Prime time. Up at the top still at 6. Houston, 3-1-4 at 5. We got a lot of people tied at 5. I'm still stuck on 1, so I need to get off the schneid here. So I'm going to go with Pete Alonso off the lefty against it. Kind of how I'm tying everything in today. Welsh, who was your home run call for Tuesday, Taco Tuesday?
I'm going to play it in Colorado. I've been picking Goldie a whole lot. That hasn't been working, so he'll probably hit one tonight. I'm going to go with Nolan Arenado, who's seen a little bit of Kyle Freeland playing together under the USA WBC, little 500 BVP record. But give me Nolan Arenado today in Colorado.
There you go. I like how it rhymes there. That's fun. Dalton Varsho is Mike Mayer's pick. If you want to make a pick, again, go to fantasypros.com/chat, join our Discord, and you are able to go ahead and see all the amazing channels there. If you're premium, again, fantasypros.com/premium is the place to sign up. If you want to take a shot at free premium upgrade for a year, drop a comment below, but you have to be a subscriber on the show. We just hit 12.6K last night. When we get to 15,000, I will wear a wig for the entire show of Welsh's choosing. So continue to subscribe. Welsh's trade video just dropped. And also we've got my waiver wire video going to record tomorrow to drop on Thursday to help you through. We're here full service every single day doing leading off here on Fantasy Bros MLB. So subscribe to the YouTube channel. Welsh, great to hang out with you today. Talk some baseball. Hope everybody has a great day. Enjoy the baseball games this evening. Got some great pitchers on the mound. We got Cole, we got DeGrom, we got Shohei Ohtani. Tomorrow should be fire. Make sure you join us at 12:30 p.m. Eastern for another episode of Leading Off Live, brought to you by PrizePicks. That'll do it for us. But the story of the game goes on for the Welsh. I'm Joey P. We'll see you soon, kids. Bye.